Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Fabrizo Romano has given us an update on Jadon Sancho. He said all parties involved in Man United's pursuit of Jadon Sancho are confident a deal will be agreed this summer. Romano also said the personal terms and the agent fees have been agreed with Sancho since last week. Romano said last weekend that Man United contacted Jadon Sancho's camp. Manchester United are confident of completing a transfer for Jadon Sancho after further talks have been held. Now it said Ed Woodward is willing to pay Sancho's 80 million asking price. This is what Borussia Dortmund believe. It said Man United are around 11 million short for Sancho. Monday, Borussia Dortmund said they believe Sancho to Man United could be done by the end of this week. But yeah, like I say, the personal terms have been agreed. Man United have offered Jadon Sancho a 5-year contract worth around £350,000 a week. We've just got to come to an agreement now on a fee. Borussia Dortmund made it clear that Jadon Sancho will remain with them if we've not matched their valuation for Sancho by the end of July. Jadon Sancho already has a gentleman's agreement with Dortmund to join Manchester United. There's always been something in Sancho to Man United because it's been stemming from reliable journalists. You know, Fabrizio Romano spoken a lot about the Sancho saga. And so too was Christian Fark from Bild. Dortmund have lowered their asking price from last summer because last summer they was demanding £108 million. We was reluctant to meet that valuation. But Sancho to Man United last summer was extremely close because the personal terms had been agreed, the agent fees had been agreed and a contract had been agreed. And Dortmund set a deadline last year. They said we had until the 10th of August to sign the player. We obviously missed out on that deadline, so Sancho remained at Dortmund. But we've been in for Sancho now for like the last 2 years or so. So it's been a long running transfer saga. Who'll be a great signing for Manchester United. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's come out and said that he wants 4 more signings when Jadon Sancho to Man United is official. Sancho has been at Dortmund for like 4 years. Dortmund paid just £7 million in from Man City back in 2017 and he's under contract with Dortmund until 2023. It actually said if we fail to sign Sancho, we'll look to make a move for Kingsley Coman from Bayern Munich, as an alternative. Borussia Dortmund have identified their replacement for Sancho. They've been looking at Daniel Malin from PSV. Now, a Raphael Varane and Paul Pogba swap deal is possible. Now, the Manchester Evening News said yesterday, Manchester United made an opening bid of £50 million for Raphael Varane. Real Madrid rejected this bid because Real Madrid are demanding £80 million. Varane will either join us or PSG. Reports from Spain said the other day that Raphael Varane doesn't want to come to Manchester United. He wants to go to PSG, so he wants to make a return to France. I read up today saying that it's unlikely Raphael Varane will leave Real Madrid in this summer transfer window, with obviously Sergio Ramos leaving. Now, not so long ago, Mundo Deportivo said that Real Madrid lowered their asking price for Raphael Varane. He said they was willing to accept around £43 million. The other week, it said that we offered Varane a salary that Real Madrid cannot match. It was €12 million a year, which equates to just over 10 million in pounds sterling. And he's been refusing a contract at Real Madrid. Fabrizo Romano said that not so long ago. Varane's current contract at Real Madrid expires next year. His contract talks with Real Madrid stalled a while ago. I think he'll leave Real Madrid. Now, before the Euros started, Raphael Varane spoke out on his future, and Manchester United have held talks with his representatives. Romano did say towards the end of last season that Varane was the main name on our list, and we was waiting to see what happened with his situation at Madrid. Towards the end of last season, Real Madrid rejected a £40 million bid. Raphael Varane is regarded as one of the best centre-halves in the world. He's highly experienced. He's got a very, very good pedigree as a player. He's won like 18 major honours at Real Madrid. And he's been a long servant at Real Madrid. He's been with them over 10 years now. He's made over 300 appearances in all competitions. If he came to Manchester United, Varane and Harry Maguire would complement each other very, very well in our back line. We was in for Varane 10 years ago under the Ferguson era. Woodward was also prepared to sanction a £100 million move for him back in 2018. Like I've said, I'd certainly prefer Varane over Ramos. The reason is because Varane is much younger. I think Varane's 28 and Sergio Ramos is 35. Like updated you yesterday, reports from Spain said that Sergio Ramos could secure a Man United transfer this summer. Sergio Ramos broke down in tears in a farewell speech. Real Madrid have officially confirmed that Sergio Ramos is leaving as a free agent after 16 years. He'll officially leave on the 1st of July when his contract expires. Paul Pogba, he has been linked to a move to Real Madrid before. Pogba's been relentlessly linked with a return to Juventus. Pogba did enjoy 4 good years with Juventus before he rejoined Man United. Obviously, there has been a lot of narratives about a Paul Pogba and Cristiano Ronaldo swap deal. PSG have been in for him. Don't forget, Kim Pembe said not so long ago that any club would welcome Paul Pogba. Are PSG ready to take Pogba? Pogba is refusing to rule out an exit from Man United. Barcelona have been in for him before, and so too have Inter Milan, so he's had a long-running transfer saga. Paul Pogba recently said he has more freedom with France than at Manchester United, and he's set a goal target for next season. Now, Paul Pogba recently said that he wasn't in contract negotiations with Manchester United, but Sky Sports News said that Man United opened talks with Paul Pogba's representatives over a new contract. Solskjaer hopes Pogba stays and signs a new contract. Pogba's current contract expires next year because last season we triggered that 1-year extension on his contract. We actually fear losing Pogba on a free transfer. We fear that he's running down his contract to leave on a 3. Towards the end of last season, it said we was willing to offer Pogba a new £400,000 a week contract. But it says Pogba was demanding in the excess of £500,000 a week. And he said we'll sell Pogba if he doesn't sign a new contract. I'd like Pogba to stay for next season because we have been getting the best out of him in recent months. He does bring creativity to the team. In quite a few games last season, we played him in an advanced role. He's much better in an advanced role than he is in a deeper role. At one point, he was out with a thigh injury. That was last season, and he sustained a few ankle injuries. As it stands at the moment, he's our most expensive signing because we paid £89 million for him, and he has enjoyed 5 seasons at the football club since he rejoined. And Mini Oriolo has obviously been desperate to get his client out of the football club. Now, you know the news on Kieran Trippier from Atletico Madrid. Man United are reluctant to pay any more than £20 million for Trippier. Now, Sky Sports said yesterday that Atletico Madrid want £43 million for Kieran Trippier. His release clause is around £35 million. Man United recently made a second bid for Kieran Trippier in the region of £21.5 million. Man United's low bid for Kieran Trippier angered Atletico Madrid because don't forget we had an opening offer of £10 million rejected for Trippier. Diego Simeone said he's got no intentions of letting Trippier leave in this summer transfer window. Now, Trippier told his England teammates that he wants to join Man United this summer. And recently he's been house hunting in Manchester, so reflecting on that, that's fueled speculation. We was in for Trippier in the January transfer window, but we cooled our interest because Trippier got banned by FIFA for 8 weeks for breaching betting rules. The reason we want Trippier is because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been unhappy with Wan-Bissaka's attacking output. Bissaka is the only recognised senior right back at Manchester United at the moment. So we do need someone to come in to provide competition for him. Kieran Trippier, I think, has got 2 years left in his contract at Atletico. Atletico Madrid paid £20 million in from Tottenham in 2019 and he won the La Liga with Atletico Madrid last season. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has already decided on his transfer targets. Now, we are in search for a striker, we're in search for the right winger, we're in search for a right back, we want a centre half, and we're also in search for a defensive midfielder. Solskjaer said the other week he wants to make around 4 signings in this summer transfer window in order for Man United to challenge for the Premier League title next season. And I'm convinced we can challenge for the title next season, providing that we recruit well in this summer transfer window. I'm expecting Man United to be very active in this summer transfer window, but I'm also expecting teams around us to be active. Just before the transfer window opened, it said Solskjaer had been given a 150 million transfer budget to buy around 4 or 5 new players. And our board said they'll back Solskjaer with a new 3-year contract and summer signings, despite the Europa League final loss last season. But Solskjaer is aware of how important this summer transfer window is for himself and Man United in general, because it's very imperative he gets the players he wants to recommend in. Obviously, we've got Tom Heaton. Romano recently said that Tom Heaton completed his medical with Man United and he'll sign a contract until 2023. There's also an option of a further year. So Tom Heaton is our first sign of this summer transfer window, and Jadon Sancho is incoming. So you can say that is a good start to this transfer window. We are going to offload players in this summer transfer window. So reflecting on that, our transfer budget will increase. I think there's a good chance that we're going to offload Anthony Martial. Because it says Man United are looking to sell Anthony Martial. Solskjaer is fed up with his poor attitude. A lot of United fans want Martial to go. You know, could Martial be part of a swap deal with Varane? Because Duncan Castles did recently say that Martial has been offered to Real Madrid. A season loan with an option to buy has been proposed. Martial's agent is looking to move him away from the club. Martial has been at Manchester United for 6 years now. He scored 78 goals in 258 games in all competitions. He's got a contract with Man United until 2024. There's also an option of a further year. We got Martial in a deal worth 58 million from Monaco back in 2015. I reckon Martial's had 2 good seasons. He was good in his debut season under Van Gaal and he was good the season before last. At one point, Solskjaer gave him that number 9 shirt. I reckon we can get in the £30 million range for Martial. Now, Juan Mata, I want us to offload him in this summer transfer window, but we may not, because it recently said Man United offered Juan Mata a 1-year contract with his wage reduction from his last contract. But Mike McGrath from The Telegraph said not so long ago that Man United were in talks with Juan Mata over an extension on his contract. Juan Mata's current contract expires at the end of this month. My element of concern about Mata doesn't really get in our team now, and he's lost that yard of pace. But he's had a good career at Man United. He's been with us 7 years now. We got Juan Mata for 40 million from Chelsea back in 2014, and at the first part of last season he rejected an 18 million a year contract offer to play in Saudi Arabia. You can play Juan Mata as the number 10 and you can put him out on the right wing. Donny van der Beek, I think there's a good chance he's going to be leaving Manchester United. Reports from Spain said the other day that Donny van der Beek wants to go to Barcelona to end his Manchester United misery. Arsenal recently contacted Man United over the future of Donny van der Beek, because Arsenal are in search for a central midfielder. Martin Odegaard returned to Real Madrid and so too did Dani Ceballos, and Granit Xhaka has agreed to join Roma. Man United and Arsenal have done business before. Donny van der Beek has only endured one full season at Man United, but quite clearly he's unhappy. Van der Beek has made 36 appearances for us in all competitions. Most of them appearances have come from the bench. I recall Van der Beek starting 4 games in the league last season. Said not so long ago he was set for showdown talks with Solskjaer over his future, and he got ruled out of the Euros through injury. Last year we got Van der Beek in a deal worth 40 million for Ajax. He's got a contract with Man United till 2025, and he's versatile. He can play in 3 different roles. There's a good chance that we're going to offload Nemanja Matic in this summer transfer window. I've got my strong reservations about Matic because he's always been a slow player and he's ageing up, and analysing the vast majority of his games at Man United he's been inconsistent. He really has. And we made a mistake giving him that new 3-year contract before the start of last season. Matic has been at the club over 4 years. We got him in a deal worth 40 million from Chelsea back in 2017. Brandon Williams, I think we need to loan him out to gain him more experience and to get a lot more opportunities, because Williams is our 3rd choice left back, don't forget. We also need to offload Phil Jones. Phil Jones has always been inconsistent and he doesn't get in our 11, and he's the only outfield player that's still with us from the Ferguson era. Being a long servant, Phil Jones, he's been at the club 10 years now. We need to get rid of Delors permanently. He's out on loan with AC Milan at the moment. We need to get rid of Andres Pereira permanently. He's out on loan with Lazio at the moment. And we need to get rid of Lingard permanently. But Lingard recently told Solskjaer in a meeting that he wants to stay at Manchester United. But we get rid of Lingard, I think we'll get around 25 million for him. He's got, 1 year left on his current contract. We loaned Lingard out to West Ham in January because he got frozen out of our squad, and he did well, did Lingard, whilst he was on loan with West Ham. I think we need to offload De Gea as well, but we may not now, because not so long ago it said De Gea is convinced he'll stay at Man United and be Solskjaer's number 1 for next season. There's actually rumours of Man United selling Dean Henderson. If we sell Dean Henderson, that would be a big mistake. Next season is going to be massive for Solskjaer. Next season will be his 3rd full season, because he's endured 2 full seasons at the moment. I think next season Solskjaer's got to win a trophy at Man United. He's not yet won a trophy as Manchester United manager, and we haven't won a trophy since 2017. That's nowhere near good enough to our standards. To be honest with you, I'm expecting Solskjaer to be sacked at some point next season, because like I've said before, I don't think he's a long-term manager for Man United, and I think a lot of United fans will agree with me on that aspect. But if we do decide to sack Solskjaer, who's going to come in to replace him? Obviously, there is Man United fans that are Ollie in, and they believe that he needs more time at the club. I'm Ollie in at the moment. I think he does deserve next season, but there's also been some Man United fans demanding Ollie out, especially with that loss against Villarreal in the Europa League final. I've criticised Solskjaer a lot during his tenure as Manchester United manager, but I still adore Solskjaer because he is a club legend, and the reason he is still Manchester United manager is because he's a club legend. Disregarding being a club legend, I can almost assure he would have been sacked by now. Solskjaer has just under a year left on the current 3-year contract he signed when he got the job permanently back in March 2019. And to be honest with you, I think it is a mistake giving Solskjaer this new 3-year contract because he won't see it out. Solskjaer has been in charge of Manchester United now for 30 months, so that's over 2 years. Reflecting now on his being at the club, he has gained some managerial experience and he has learnt quite a bit on the job. We appointed Solskjaer in December 2018 to replace Mourinho. He's been permanent Man United manager since March 2019. Solskjaer knew when he'd taken over at Man United it was going to be a massive job, despite him knowing the club through thick and thin. And you know what? I think Solskjaer is our best manager since Ferguson. I've got to credit him in quite a few aspects. I didn't expect Solskjaer to do as well as he has done. You've got to turn around and say, yeah, he has done a good job to say the current squad he was left with when he got appointed in as Man United manager. Because he was inheriting some deadwood and he's still inheriting some deadwood now. When Solskjaer got appointed in as Manchester United manager, he assured everybody would get their chances to express themselves, including the young players, and more or less everybody has been given their chances. Ollie did well in quite a lot of aspects last season. You know, he got us to the Europa League final. I know we didn't win it, but he still got us to the final. It was his first major final as Man United manager. If we'd have won the Europa League last season, that would have been an achievement. But it wasn't a successful season last season for Man United, and Solskjaer accepted that. Last season got us a second place finish. Last season went the entire season without losing away from home in the Premier League. That's a record. Got us to the FA Cup quarter-final last season. Got us to the EFL Cup semi-final. In his first full season, Solskjaer got us to 3 semi-finals and got us a third place finish. We are into the Champions League for next season. Solskjaer has made good signings as Manchester United manager so far. He's spent almost 300 million, is it? Must have brought around 13, 14 players in. He's also got rid of a lot of the deadwood since he's come in. So there you go. I also have my concerns about Ollie as well. Joe Glazer, as you all know, attended a fans forum on the 4th of June. That was his first attendance in 15, 16 years. And he's promised Manchester United fans that Solskjaer will get the funds that are available. So he's going to give him financial backing. Because obviously towards the end of last season, there was a lot of United fans that were protesting against the Glazers at Old Trafford. The Glazers have been one of the biggest issues at the club for a long, long time. Because I hate the way the football club's been run. The Glazers have been at Man United for around 16 years now. They bought the club for 500 million back in 2005. And towards the end of last season, Joe Glazer wrote a letter to Man United fans and Avram Glazer refused to apologise over the European Super League, didn't he? Because the Glazers, as you all know, were planning to scrap the Champions League for the European Super League. Just like other owners of them top 6 clubs were. And Woodward, obviously, it said he's standing down at the end of the year. That's what it said earlier on this year. Woodward has had a 16-year association with Manchester United. But obviously he's fully behind Solskjaer. I can't see us winning the title under Solskjaer. I hope we do, we haven't won the Premier League since 2013. That's 8 years ago now. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.